Hello everyone, my name is Priyanshi Deliwala and I am a student pursuing MBA from Nirma University. I have been part of Books and List Club since its inception almost, and I am super grateful for the opportunity to be part of Book Balm Club today. So I'll be presenting a book review on this book, The Friend by Sigrid Nunez. So the genre of this book is contemporary fiction. So first of all, I'll tell something about the author. Sigrid Nunez, I had never heard about this author before I got this book, but I wish I had. So she is a seasoned but often overlooked writer who stepped into the spotlight after she received a National Book Award for this book in 2018. While she isn't all about animals, but when they pop up in the stories, they surely do leave a mark. In 2018, she won the National Book Award for this book at the age of 68, and it finally brought her the recognition she deserved. With several novels and accolades to her credit, Nunez crafts stories that are wise, entertaining, and deeply connected to human experiences. So, about the book, entering Sigrid Nunez the Friend felt like entering a world of emotions. The unnamed heroine of Nunez's dry, elusive, and charming novel is a writer and a cat person. More specifically, she is a cat person in a 500 square foot Manhattan apartment who inherits, after the suicide of her friend, his Great Dane, a dog called Apollo. This novel's tone in general, however, is mournful and resonant. The woman grieves her friend who was her mentor and, if only once, her lover. His dog soothes her. Beyond being a pet, he becomes a source of comfort and a constant reminder of the man she misses. Now there's a bit of drama. The narrator's apartment does not allow dogs. Still, she decides she cannot part with Apollo. Her friends stage an intervention. Apollo is not worth being cast out of Manhattan because she had a lease in her apartment that she cannot keep dogs, right? So her friends tell her that you should keep him out. Okay. So here I would like to quote a paragraph from the book. When you are lying in bed full of night thoughts, she thinks, such as why did your friend have to die? And how much longer will it be before you lose the roof over your head? Having a huge warm body pressed along the length of your spine is an amazing comfort. While the dog is very interesting, the novel also talks much about writers and writing. The unnamed narrator is a writer and teacher of creative writing. This dual profession is shared by all her friends, including the one she is mourning. A charming man with BBC accent, a writer, an unashamedly old-fashioned sexist professor, a blatant womanizer who has married 3 times, mostly his students, and had countless affairs, mostly with his students, of whom back in the day she was one, the narrator. The narrator further ponders on the change in the ethos of universities from a time when the classroom was an erotic space, as argued by the womanizer friend, to the #MeToo era. Now the twist here is that at one point in time, she had fallen in love with him. He had ended it, but then they remained lifelong friends. In its form, the novel blurs boundaries between fiction and memoir. An abundance of writers are quoted, but the key ingredients in the novel are in place, in the form of a straightforward storyline and strong characters. The dead friend, his wives, wife 1, wife 2, wife 3. Nobody has a name in the book apart from the dog, Apollo. Many novels explore the nature of writing, but this one does it superlatively. Further in this book, after the suicide of his friend, the narrator avoids thinking of him because she somewhere wonders if memorizing her friend will dilute her memories, turning him into a hologram. So she wonders if she should really memorize him and think about him. Like many suicides, he left no note, and she can't help wondering whether he killed himself because of his despair over literature's woefully diminished societal import. The dog plays a pivotal role in the plot. It will remind you of Hachiko. Have you seen this movie Hachiko? So basically in this movie Hachiko, Hachiko is the name of the dog, and he is very much loved and loyal towards his master. So the creatures do not understand death, right? So even after his master died, for the next 10 years, he used to go to the train station where his master used to come after work. Right. And it's based on a true story. So this dog will remind you of him. Okay. So the narrator wonders what we really know about animal suffering and anxiety. They don't weep, but they can and do fall to pieces. The dog, however apathetic, gets the narrator out of herself and her apartment, walking and talking. She discovers that he is soothed by her reading aloud. They find their own measure of comfort in each other. Pondering a famous definition of love, she reflects, what are we, Apollo and I, if not two solitudes that protect and border and greet each other? Conclusion, The Friend is more than just a book, it is a tapestry of emotions. The author encourages readers to reflect on life and love, with Apollo, the dog, adding a unique charm. The book is very, very clever, mature, entertaining, and eminently readable and rereadable. In short, it's delightful. And if you are looking for an immersive literary experience that resonates beyond the final page, do pick up the book. It's a blend of emotions, humor, and the extraordinary connection between humans and their furry companions. Thank you.